Satarim Om Gyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshulumilitam Jinata Swayam Rupakadam Pratiswa Padam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Sri Prabhupada Ki Jai Sri Guru Parampara Ki Jai ISKCON Guru Vrinda Ki Jai. Hare Krishna, the devotees, were very happy to be with all of you again this morning, this afternoon, this day, whatever is your situation. Hare Krishna. So today we are discussing this very important topic. We have discussed it before, and Janana Prabhu is still interested. He's not tired of hearing this. So we are not tired of hearing or speaking. We are not tired. So we are looking at the qualification, the quality, the character of a bona fide disciple. Bona fide disciple. The character, the qualifications, and what the characteristics of a bona fide disciple. A bona fide spiritual master also. Yes. So I want to begin from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 10, Text number 6, the nature of fruitive activity. Now the one is speaking to one of the 9 genders. Amani Amatsaru Dakshu Virimamo Drida Sohrida Asatvaru Tagikyasu Via Anasuyuru Amogatpak. All right, thank you. Amanyamat Saro Daksho Nirimamon Drita So Rita Asatwaruta Vigyasur Anasuyuru Amogavak. Translation and purport by Divine Grace Bhakti Dhira Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. This is the disciple of Bhakti Dhira Swami. This is the disciples of A.C. Bhakti Dhira Swami Prabhupada. Yes. Yeah. Translation and purport. The servant or disciple of the spiritual master should be free from false prestige. Never considering himself to be the doer. He should be active and never lazy, and should give up all sense of proprietorship over the object of the senses, including his wife, children, home, and society. He should be endowed with feelings of loving friendship towards the spiritual master, and should never become deviated or bewildered. The servant or disciple should always desire advancement in spiritual understanding, should not envy anyone, and should always avoid useless conversation. Purport. No one can claim to be the permanent proprietor of his so-called wife, family, home, society, and so on. Such material relationships appear and disappear like bubbles on the surface of the ocean. No one can claim to be the creator of the material element that produce one's home, society, and family. If it were a fact that parents were the ultimate creators of the babies, of the bodies of their children, children would never die before their parents. A parent would simply create a new body for the children. Similarly, parents will also not die because they will create new bodies for themselves to replace the old ones. Actually, God creates everyone's bodies as well as our material societies. Therefore, before death drags these things out of our grasp, it is a very, very wonderful, very, very beautiful word. A very beautiful word. Before death drags these things out of our grasp, out of our hands, before this happen, very beautiful word. Devotees, they have very good ornamentations on their words, in their word. We should voluntarily engage them in the loving service of the spiritual master, who is a bona fide representative of Lord Krishna. Then such material object, instead of causing lamentation, will be the cause of happiness. Very nice. So after this, I would like to switch to Chaitanya Charitamrita. I will switch over to Chaitanya Charitamrita. Well, the same thing. I just 11 canto Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 10, text 6. And now I'm switching over to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 24, text 330. Madhya Lila of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chapter 24, text 330. And Prabhupada gave extensive purport. Very long purport. But we are only taking the qualities. We will take the qualities. We'll take the qualities which are there. This is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructing Sanatana Goswami. Let me go over the whole thing so I can connect all together. The disciple must have the following qualifications. A bona fide disciple must have the following qualifications. He must give up interest in the material bodily conception. A bona fide disciple. He must give up material lust, anger, greed, illusion, madness, and envy. He should be interested only in understanding the science of God. And he should be ready to consider all points in this matter. He should no longer think, I am this body, or this thing belongs to me. One must love the spiritual master with unflinching faith, and one must be very steady and fixed. The bona fide disciple should be inquisitive to understand transcendental subject matter. He must not search out faults among good qualities. Bona fide disciple should not search out faults among good qualities. Yesterday we discussed about this. We discussed this in a Sunday feast yesterday. And it came up. Now we're also looking at it in the details. Yesterday we did mention that we left so-called, maybe some of us have left what we said material world, and have come to Krishna consciousness. But what are we seeing? Yes, we see the fault. So yesterday we are saying that
carry the same vision.
Yes, instead of counting the good qualities, we are counting all the bad qualities. And what are we doing? We are creating our future with bad qualities, not good qualities, because we're not counting good qualities. We're simply counting bad qualities. That is our future. And at the time of death, what were we going to remember? We are going to remember only the bad things we have been meditating and counting all along our lives, because we have never counted the good ones. The bad thing we have been counting that we're going to meet. But here, we are hearing, our acharyas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Bhagavatam. Actually, Narada Muni is speaking this 11th canto. Narada Muni is speaking, and Chaitanya is speaking here. And Bhakti Dhira Damodara, Prabhupada, Bhakti Dhira Damodara, they are all contributing. Look at all of them. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Narada Muni to Yudhishthira Maharaj, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Charateristics Swami, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Dhira Damodara, Srila Bhakti Dhira Swami. You see, look all the personalities. They are saying the same thing. So here, a bona fide disciple should not waste his or her time looking for, in the middle of good quality, you shouldn't look for the bad one. Instead, we should take only the good ones and leave the bad ones from our future. Good qualities. The bona fide disciple should be inquisitive to understand transcendental subject matter. He must not set out faults among good qualities, and he should no longer be interested in material topics. No more football, no more politics, no more cricket, no more whatever it is. No, finish. You'll be surprised, or not, maybe some will be surprised to know that. In some of the places I preach, and some devotees were telling me, do you know, I have not been going to temple because can you imagine that the devotees are sitting on asana to talk politics? Political, the world politics, not even the ISKCON politics, the Buddhist politics on the asana, which is forbidden right from the beginning of Bhagavatam 115, 116. Prabhupada clearly mentioned it before. No one should sit on the asana if the person is not free from the vices. Because the seat is for representing Savyasana. Only a person who has character should sit on the asana to represent Prabhupada. It's not a fashion. Just like having a guru is not a fashion. To speak also is not a fashion. To represent back to the Savyasana is also not a fashion. It shouldn't be a fashion. It's a reality. So that is the qualities of, or the characteristics of a bona fide disciple. So we continue. Now 2330. Translation and purport. Chitambu is speaking to Sanatana Goswami. Madhya 24, 3:30. Translation and purport. Your book should describe the characteristics of the bona fide guru and bona fide disciple. Then before accepting a spiritual master, one can be assured of the spiritual master's position. Similarly, the spiritual master can also be assured of the disciple's position. The supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna, should be described as the worshipable object. And you should describe the Bija mantra for the worship of Krishna as well as that for Rama and for other expansions of the supreme personality of Godhead. So the qualification of a bona fide spiritual master is also mentioned here. We have mentioned the quality of a bona fide disciple. Now, the qualification, the qualities of a bona fide guru is also mentioned. Both the guru and the disciples must be bona fide. Therefore, the qualities are given. Qualities of a bona fide. A first-class bona fide disciple are the real pride of the spiritual master. The pride of a spiritual master are what? The bona fide disciple. Bona fide disciple. Bona fide. Bona fide disciple is the pride of the spiritual master, is the pride of the organization that they belong, is the pride of also the supreme personality of Godhead. Krishna is very, very attached to his devotees. Krishna is very attached to his devotees. Yes. Bona fide disciple, they have totally obliterated the word demand from their dictionary. The bona fide disciple does not demand. There's nothing to take from the spiritual master. Nothing. Zero. Yes. That service is a costless mercy of the spiritual master, because the spiritual master created the service for the disciple to get purified. So we may say, I'm serving a spiritual master, but we are not actually serving a spiritual master. The spiritual master have tricked us by giving us the service to do. If we don't have the service, how are we going to get purified? And what will we be doing? If you have no service, what will we be doing? I have given an example many times. On the Vyasa Puja of the spiritual master, we're going to cook 1,008. Is it not?
Yes.
How many thousand you eat?
One.
Then how many thousand the disciples are going to eat?
1,007.
The disciples are going to eat 1,007, and they're going to eat only one. So who is cooking for who? Who is cooking for who? The spiritual master tricked us. So we use the word service. Let me go and serve the spiritual master. I'm going to massage the body of the spiritual master. I'm going to massage the body. In the Bhagavatam, it is mentioned that the three things are very conducive for success in Christian consciousness. Success. The dust from the lotus feet of the spiritual master. So when you are massaging, what are you doing? You are taking the dust from the feet. So the spiritual master is tricking us. They are taking the dust, the food bath, and the remnants of the spiritual master. The three things are very, very conducive for the dust from the feet of the spiritual master, the food remnant for the spiritual master, and the chanamrit, the food baths. The three things. So devotees will endeavor to take these three things. I'm going to glorify my spiritual master. I'm going to glorify. In the material world, we are used to speaking nonsense about people. Therefore, the spiritual master have come to change that bad habit. By speaking good about somebody, you are also creating your own good. This afternoon, I was writing to a disciple. So I mentioned to him that he offered prayers. He was giving prayers to Krishna, the spiritual masters. I said, thank you very much for your beautiful prayer. Your prayer is very, very good, very, very good. Because as you are praying for the spiritual master, all that you are praying for the spiritual master goes back to you. Because what we wish others will surely come back to us. You see what Krishna, the pure devotee, does? They create all facilities to make us become useful in our own lives. So whatever we think we are doing for the spiritual master is actually meant for our own success. Therefore, a bona fide disciple does not have demand in his dictionary or her dictionary. What demand? It's solely to give service. And that is what love means. Some people talk about loving, love, but they don't know what it is. In the dealings between lovers, there is no taking. It is only giving. And because people don't know what it is, we are meeting together for taking. And because I don't have, you don't have, we don't take from each other. We only give anxiety to each other. So Krishna made a perfect arrangement to create the giving mentality in contrast to taking mentality which we have. So as a disciple, does not have demand from the dictionary. Bona fide disciple do not have anything of their own. There's nothing of their own. They will do everything for the Supreme, for the Guru, and for the movement. Everything. Everything. If a disciple, if a bona fide, sorry, they feel that it is the greatest privilege to be totally one with the Guru's universal and infinite consciousness and the transcendental blessing of the Supreme. Taken to Krishna consciousness, having service is a privilege for a bona fide disciple. Bona fide disciple. Which is opposite to a third-class disciple. A third-class disciple would like to take, to make profit from everything that he does. Everything. Let me do this so I can get this. It's opposite. A first-class disciple is 100% where the master's assessment of truth. For the first-class disciple, The master is the first and last word in his inner life and his outer life. The prescribed disciple accepts the master wholeheartedly in everything. If a disciple is not like this, then no matter how high he is or how well he meditates, no matter what kind of dedicated service he has offered the master, still he cannot be called a personalized bona fide disciple. And we gave example last time. We gave example of Hanuman. Lord Hanuman, he does not know anything but Ramchandra. He asked Hanuman, "What is today?" That is not my business. That is not my business. I don't care what is today. What I care, the only thing I know is Ramchandra. Bhagwan. He doesn't know anything except Ram. And Krishna himself, he glorified that position, the position of a devotee in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 4. And Krishna is talking to Dhruva Muni. Dhruva Muni had offended Ambarismara, considered him to be ordinary king, ordinary, usually Kshatriya. I'm a Brahmana. He's a Brahmana who has no interest in Krishna. We have so many Brahmanas who do not love Krishna. They are not devotees. They don't take to Krishna. They don't do any spiritual thing. They are busy with mystical things. Dhruva Muni is one. Daksha is also one. They are Brahmanas, but they are not qualified Brahmanas. They are not Brahmanas by quality. They are Brahmana by nature. And also we have Brahmanas who are not by birth as well. Yesterday is not a Brahmana by birth. It's not. He's a son of a fisherwoman. Only his father is a Brahmana. But his mother is a fisherwoman. So he's not a Brahmana. But he is Sakta-based avatar. He's Sakta-based. So Hanuman does not know anything. He does not know anybody. That's exactly what Krishna used in the Bible. I don't know anyone, and I don't know anybody except my devotee. Except my devotee. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. Canto 9, Chapter 4, text 60. Eight. 68. To prove what Hanuman don't know anything, anybody, except Ramchandra. It is scriptural. It is to ask Hanuman, what is it today? Reply, that is, I do not know. I only one word. I have That's a connection between a bona fide disciple and a bona fide guru. A bona fide disciple is one who will make possible and impossible things become all possible things and a bona fide master, bona fide master. He really I say bona fide, ready to make any sacrifice for the Guru, for the mission, for Krishna. But he never demands anything. He never do anything for anything. It is just to please the Supreme Personality. He's a bona fide disciple. Bona fide. Bona fide disciple. He is one with the spiritual master. He's one with the spiritual master. He's one with the mission he represents. He's one with the Supreme Personality. Because they are the same, they are together. In this verse I quoted from 9th canto, in the purport, the purport said, because Krishna is residing in the heart of the disciple, Krishna is staying in the heart of the devotee. And Krishna is staying there. And the devotee stays in the heart of Krishna. So if you disturb a devotee, what are you doing? You're giving pain to Krishna. Are we qualified to do that? Are we qualified to do that? To give Krishna pain? It's very important because we are not careful with how we are relating with each other. We should listen to what our Acharya and Prabhupada is saying. Definitely, Prabhupada said, see, Durvasa Muni wanted to chastise Ambarish Maharaj. It is to be understood that he wanted to give pain to the heart of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What the Lord says, Sadhavu Hridayam Mahim. The pure devotee is always within the core of my heart. It's proper. Okay. A pure devotee, a bona fide disciple, is living in the heart of a pure guru. And both of them are living in the heart of Krishna, the Supreme Personality. They are the soul of the organization they belong to. They are the soul of the organization. Bona fide guru. So if we are not careful in our dealings, let us get it very clear from Prabhupada. We are giving pain to Krishna. How dangerous that, like Srila Bhakti Dhira Damodara Prabhupada. He said that it is very good, very, very good that people should blaspheme, criticize, and give pain to pure devotees. It's very good. You touch your face. This is Bhakti Siddhanta. He's lion. So what do you expect? It's not his word. He's a lion. So it is very good that these people are giving pain and anxiety to the pure devotees because that is the surest way for them to go to hell. Nothing can stop them from going to hell. Nothing. It is the surest way to go to hell is to give pain to pure devotees. And even if you give pain to Not a pure devotee. It was a devotee, but not a pure devotee. It's the same thing. Yes. It's the same thing. Yes. When Suruchi offended Dhruva Maharaj, he was a prince at that time. When he became Mahabhagavad, what happened? The offense he committed when he was still a prince came after her. And not only her, her own son also died. Yes, that's the Bonafide disciple. In the Hari Bhakti Vilas, a book Chitama was asking Sanatana Goswami to compile. Sanatana Goswami has written, a bona fide disciple should be devoted to the lotus feet of the spiritual master. He should be devoted to the lotus feet of the spiritual master. A bona fide disciple should be fully capable of upholding the vows made to the spiritual master. So not break it. He should be engaged day and night in the Lord's service with body, mind, and words. He should be desirous of knowing the absolute truth. Should be desirous of knowing the absolute truth. A bona fide disciple should be spotless in character. Spotless in character. He should be truthful, gentle, polite, pleasing in appearance and intelligence. Pleasing in appearance and intelligence. He should show proper respect to elders, to the initiated Vaishnavas, and to the Lord. He should observe silence concerning material subjects and should have control of his senses. He should have no attraction for community. The bona fide disciple should not possess the following characteristics. 1, he should not be lazy, dirty, sickly, continually afflicted or lamenting, angry, proud, lusty, or coveting material desires. 2, he should not show the enjoying mood. He should not indulge in sinful gambling or illicit sex. He should not earn a living by unjust means. 3, he should not use vulgar or coarse language. He should not be critical of others and should not give pain to others or be addicted to cruel activities. That's a bona fide disciple. Should not give pain to anyone, anything. Should speak sweetly, speak encouraging words. Should try to put smiles on people's face. It's a bona fide. Should put smile on people's face. It doesn't matter whoever the person may be. Either he's a devotee or non-devotee, but whoever we come in contact with, they should not leave us with anxiety. They should leave us with happiness. 4, a bona fide disciple should not be ignorant, or should he be proud of material learning. He should not indulge in non-Vaishnava philosophies. He should not be addicted to overeating. No overeating. All right? The following rules of etiquette should be observed by the bona fide disciple. Etiquette, bona fide disciple, in relation to the spiritual master. 1, he should fall down like an uprooted tree, downwards, on seeing the spiritual master. Downwards. When the spiritual master approaches, he should face him. And when he leaves, he should follow him. He should not leave the spiritual master's presence without taking permission. It's the principle we are following. We are following the principle. We can offer business on the coming, offer business in the going. And Tita Mahaprabhu in Chita Charateristics, Krishna Damodara Swami, he mentioned that by offering obeisances to the sadhu, we destroy our karma. We destroy karma. A bona fide disciple should not leave a spiritual master's presence without asking and taking permission. He should not utter the spiritual master's name inattentively, but always with respect. Muslims are the best. Muslims are the best. The moment they say Muhammad, they will immediately, all the members immediately respond. Even if they are not the ones saying, all the members immediately they responded. But his name is the man. Yes, Muslims are the best. We claim to be the best, but we are full of envy. Most of the laws and the principles we keep are due to envy. A bona fide disciple should not imitate the gait, the movement, activities, or voice of the spiritual master. Sometimes this is done, not as a joke. The idea is that one should not be mindful. Yes, you should not make a jest at all. Yes, you shouldn't. But sometimes this is done. For example, you are doing drama, you have to do that. Yes. Right? You have to show the voice. Because now that is why drama is imitation. That's what we done because you're acting. So you have to do that. So it's not an offense. A bona fide disciple should always hold the spiritual master's words in great respect. Great respect. Always. We are looking at a bona fide disciple and a bona fide guru. Otherwise, you can say, if the spiritual master is bona fide, then this title he does not merit this title because it's not bona fide. But if it's bona fide, this should be followed. Though he may be punished by the spiritual master, he should not take it unkindly. So I said, I will never have a disciple that cannot chastise. Right? Because how are you going to be courageous? How are you going to move forward? In other words, what the other side is, what I meant is, a disciple who cannot take correction. There's some disciples that they correct them, chastise and be angry. They always end in disaster. Always. From my experience, they always end in disaster. Because the chastisement is a costless mercy or the special mercy. Like we have already discussed, the 26 or 24 principles given by Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami. One of them is said, a sycophant cannot be a guru. Huh? He cannot be a guru. Why? What will happen? The disciple, the guru is flattering all the time. You are the best disciple. In fact, my life is not complete without having you as my disciple. What would that disciple think? The whole world is at my feet. But is it true? It is not true. That is false ego. Therefore, a sycophant cannot be a guru. It is out of love that the spiritual master will chastise. If I have no love for you, if I don't have interest in you, you're doing something bad. That's not a business. I will pray that I continue to do that because I'm going to be destroyed very soon. So you leave the whole world and leave everything for me alone. But if you came with somebody that was, hey, this is wrong, please don't do this. Well, we are so ungrateful. So why you pretend like that? Why you always after my? Why can't you look at your own life? Why you look at me? With the time you spend looking at me, when are you going to look at yourself? That is ungratefulness. We are ungrateful. We don't appreciate the mercy. A bona fide disciple should not bear to hear criticism of the spiritual master, the scriptures, or the Lord, but he should leave the place immediately. He should not step on the spiritual master's garland, bed, shoes, asana, shadow, or eating table. In my food, there is one of the prophet's table is kept outside the veranda, and the big notices do not touch here. Do not touch the table. Because the prophet's table he has used. Yes, it's an offense to step on the shadow. A bona fide disciple should not spread his legs before the spiritual master, nor should he yawn, laugh, or make disrespectful noises before him. He should not sit on an asana or bed before the spiritual master. He should not worship others in preference to the spiritual master. He should not give diksha, initiation, gives scriptural explanation to show superiority in front of the spiritual master. Now it's a controversial statement. Now, because some spiritual masters have disciples who are also having so many disciples. So many people are aspiring for them. What to do? So it's a
Stephen Hari Bhakti Dhira.
Yes. So it's something that is being considered, and we are looking at it, how to make adjustments to suit the present situation. He should not give orders to the spiritual master, but always obey him. He should treat the spirit with respect. He should treat the wife, son, and relatives of the spiritual master as a spiritual master, but he should not clean the body of the son, take his remnants, or wash his feet. Of course, when laughter is appropriate, one is not forbidden to laugh. For example, when the spiritual master makes a joke, then one's laughter should not be uncontrolled. Of course, one should never laugh at the spiritual master. This refers, of course, to the spiritual master who is in the Grihastha fashion. Any questions or comments?
Krishna Maharaj.
Krishna.
Thank you very much, Maharaj. So I have two questions from the last session, Guru Maharaj, from last Monday session. Last time you mentioned devotees should be open.
Okay.
So what, and the second term was devotional service is internal. So what exactly you mean by devotee being open and devotional service is internal, Guru Maharaj?
Oh, it's not. Okay, nice. Oh, super. Okay, my friend. I was distracted. Can you repeat your question so I can deal with
Yes,
you?
Maharaj. So, a question from the last Monday session, Guru Maharaj. Last time we mentioned that devotees should be open in their devotional service. And at the same time, you mentioned that devotional service is internal. So if you could elaborate on these two terms.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. The devotees should not have secrets. Devotees should not have secrets. We should have confidential issues, confidential topics, but not secrets. Confidential means something which is meant for certain people. It's some issue that should be handled within a mature circle, not everybody, because it could create a problem for others. It is not secret, it is confidential topic. Confidential, you didn't discuss with some people. Secret means I will not tell anybody. I just keep it. Of course, that is what do you mean by secret. Because the moment he says something, no more secret. I can tell you, don't tell anybody this. Don't tell anybody. What I'm saying is that don't make it fast. Let it go slow. It's not a secret. As far as it has come out of our mind to somebody, it's no more a secret. I'm only warning you not to make advert, but let it go slow. Because you are going to tell somebody, don't tell anybody. Just keep it. I'm just telling you, just keep it. You're going to tell another person, you see, Guru said like this, don't tell anybody. Just tell it. I'm just saying it within us. Don't tell anybody. Just keep it. That person is going to tell another person, don't tell anybody. Keep it. It is going, but yes. You're going to go very slow. That is what we are doing. As far as this mission is not more secret, you're going to go slow. But confidential things are discussed among those who can digest, those who can handle, or those who can deal with it at that particular time. For example, we don't speak about the Christian leader in public. It's confidential. Why is it? How is it a secret? What proper already printed a book, and Christian book was distributed before other books, before Charateristics came out. Christian book was already printed and was already being distributed. Yes. So how is it a secret? How is it a secret? It is confidential. The book was printed and distributed en masse. So that is a devotee. And the second part was devotional service is internal. Yes, I have used this word many times. I'm happy to hear it this time. I've used it many times, many times. Devotional service is internal because it is confidential. The Gurudev said open secret. It is open secret. How is it open? And then how is it secret? If it's secret, it's not open. If it's open, it's not secret. But it is open secret. I'll give you an example. But Gita is being disputed everywhere also. So it is what? It's open. Because it's being disputed. But how many knows the Gita? It's a secret. It's still secret. It is still confidential for only people who have the fortune to be able to get the teacher to teach it. So a devotee knows that Christian consciousness is something which is my relationship, my understanding, my relationship, my ability to understand it, my determination to follow it is all internal, individual. It's internal. Yes. If it is not internal, then we will not have sahajas. Everything is okay. So everything, there's no distinction between anything. You say everything is the same. So it is open. So whatever you do is okay, it's perfect. I can pretend it's perfect. You will not know the difference between pretense and the person who is genuinely doing the right thing. Ramachandra Puri, and Ishwara Puri. Both of them are what? Disciples of Padabinda Puri. Do they have the same blessing from the special master? No. What is the difference? The quality. What is the understanding? The special master is teaching both of them the same thing. Ishwara Puri understood everything perfectly and he followed that. He became empowered and blessed to be the spiritual master or the supreme principle of Godhead. At the same time, Ramachandra Puri was cursed by his guru and by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associate. Because he does not know the internal nature of Christian consciousness. He took it externally. So yesterday, on Saturday, we were looking at esoteric and esoteric. He didn't understand the pure nature of the spiritual master. So when the spiritual master was exhibiting that perfection, that prema, he was advising him, Brahma Prasadma, don't lament. Jen Hare Krishna be happy. People will curse him, you are a rascal, you should never show your face here. Your face should not be seen in this place. You understand? When Ishwara Puri was there serving the spiritual master as a menial servant without the false prestige, he was blessed. He didn't insult the spiritual master. He was simply appreciating the spiritual master. Oh my goodness, a pure devotee sees, he says, expressing love. A statement which was used by Srimati Radharani for Krishna, and Sri Mahaprabhu was repeating that. Ishwara Puri, Madhavendra Puri was repeating that. He was chanting that mantra. And Ishwara Puri was so happy to hear that. Because it will emerge into the spiritual master. Today we use the word. We should tune into the channel of the spiritual master. If you tune into the channel, whatever is happening with the spiritual master, it will come true, irrespective of our position. Yes. Like if you travel with the king, right? If you travel with the king, the king will be at the back of the car. You are in the front of the car. People want to see you first. He live in the palace with the king. You're living with him in the same palace. The same palace. You're going to eat the same food he's eating. The same. All the prestige. The moment you mention I'm coming for great obeisances. So the king, because we were with him. So if we are internal devotees, we will know the spiritual master. We will know his mood. We will know his mind. We will serve him like that. No demand. Because we know what is going to give us has nothing to be compared with in the entire world. Christian friend is going to give us Christian friend. What else are we looking for? What else do we need? Everything is finished. It's finished. It's finished. That is why also we can have the difference between the pretending and the pretending cheating disciple and the Bonafide disciple. Because he's connected internally. Because it's internal, he may or may not have all the material facilities. May not have the big position. He may have, he may not have. Don't you see that demons seems to be more popular than devotees? Famous, opulent. Well, does Krishna know them? No. No. Kamsa was living in a palace. And Vasudeva and Devaki were living at his backyard. Who is greater? It's up, it's very up, it's on the hill, and it's very high. But the devotees were at the back of his house, in prison, like a trash, isn't it? Yes. In the village we have, the backyard of the house is what? That is the trash bin, the trash area. Yes, that is where you put all the necessary. That is where the was keeping the pure devotee. This are you just see that this is from Guluka, but they're living at the back house of council. Not only that. The Panda was living in the forest. Dhira was living in the city, in the palace. The Panda was in the forest. The devotees in the forest, pure devotee, not devotee, pure devotee, eternal associated with the Lord. They were in the forest. While Dhira was in the palace. But what was the experience? He was not happy. Dhira was unhappy in the forest? No, he was happy then in the forest. Why? Because he has Krishna with him. And Dhira was in anxiety. And he couldn't hide it. One day he has to confess it. His friend saw him full of anxiety, so miserable. So he said, you are a prince. Your enemies are not here. You own everything now. You are the prince. You have everything to enjoy. Why are you not happy? Dhira say, how can I be happy when I have not gone to see that the Pandavas are suffering? Just see. opposite Bonafide disciple. Bonafide. So it is not the environment. It is not the environment. It is the state of our consciousness. How developed is our mind in Krishna consciousness? That is the point. So essentially, you can see devotees to be non-devotee. You can see non-devotee to be devotee. But that is our fault. That is our fault. Your devotees are not foolish. Tesham satatayu Tesham evanu kamparatam. Yeah. Yes. Out of compassion, I, the Supreme Lord, stays in the heart of my devotees. To do what? To destroy the darkness born of ignorance. Krishna showed the message to devotees. In the book, Prabhupada said, a devotee cannot be in ignorance. He cannot be ignorant. He is full of knowledge. Because Krishna says there to do what? Nasayami Atma Bhava, so get deep in the Bhashwata. Or destroy the darkness of ignorance. Yeah, you show the light. The devotee to see everything. All right, Prabhu. Does he answer your question? You are muted. You are muted.
Yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Can you hear me, Guru Maharaj?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
Yeah, thank you very much, Guru Maharaj. So coming to today's lecture, we've learned a lot of many qualities about the bona fide disciple. So does it mean that now the disciple should cultivate those qualities, or there are more things that should be done apart from cultivating those qualities to come to the stage of bona fide disciple?
Which one do you want?
No, you explain about many qualities. So should we develop those qualities only and come to that stage of bona fide disciple, or there are more things that we have to do apart from that?
What is the issue of talking about it? If we want to be pure, a bona fide disciple, then we should cultivate them. We should practice developing all of them. Nobody would like to be a failure in the school. Everybody would like to be success. So we should be a bona fide disciple. Bona fide. Should be a bona fide disciple. That is what is needed. We need bona fide disciples. Because we mentioned before, they are the soul of the movement. The soul of this movement. Bona fide disciples. They are the soul of the movement. Bona fide disciples, they are not different from the spiritual master. They're together. They're together. We live together. We're together. It's no question of separation. A third-class disciple will see his or her spiritual master to be in a far distant place. There's no distance between a bona fide disciple and the spiritual master. No distance between them. Geographical consideration has no effect. No, that doesn't exist. Slabatizans are sort of type of Prabhupada. They say, if I do not see my spiritual master every moment, every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, every year, then I will become a guru myself. I mean, for a Bonafide. So we are discussing this because we want to be Bonafide. We want to be. Because Bonafide disciples are always with the special master. So for them, it doesn't matter if the special master is physically here or not physically. It doesn't matter. Or the disciple you wanted. So Gurudev, if he had gone back to a spiritual world and before my time to leave the body, what will happen to me? Will you come and take me when I'm leaving? Why not? Why not? If the contract is signed, why not? There's no fear about that. There's no fear. Why not? If you have signed a contract, so if you are a bona fide disciple, see a spiritual master always, then what's the question of separation? I'm chanting regression here. So what's the question of separation? That doesn't exist. And today I also read something when I was looking for the materials to add what I want to present. And Prabhupada said, he's speaking to the disciple, I have requested my spiritual master, the Bhakti Dhira Damodara Prabhupada, and the Bhakti Dhira to take care of you. So it doesn't matter if I'm here or not here. You should not worry about that. There's no question of fear. I have done that. I have asked my guru to take care of all of you. My spiritual daughters, my spiritual sons. So what is the problem? The problem is that we are not bona fide disciples. We are not connected with the spiritual master. Therefore, there is speculation. What will happen to me? But Gita, so many places, Krishna has given the destination for a devotee. Devotee. Our Gita chapter 4, text 9. Krishna explained the destination for devotee. Chapter 9, text 34. Destination for devotee. Chapter 18, 65. Destination for devotee. Show me other places. Krishna has given destination. What's the destination? American. Krishna did not say you go to Shiva. You go to Durga. You go to Ganesh. Krishna said, you come to me. Mom, take him. You come to me. That is the destination for a disciple. You go to a spiritual master. All right. That connection.
Thank you, Kumraj.
Disciple being one with the spirit. Disciple being one, Bonafide disciple being one with the spirit.
Bonafide disciple being one with the spiritual master, yes.
Swami, being glorified as understanding wisdom, the heart of
yes. Rupa Goswami is a perfect example. So we pray to him to also make us the same way. Very good. Thank you for the contribution.
I have a question.
Yes.
When it comes to Grihastha ashram.
When it comes to Grihastha ashram, yes.
Where is the line drawn between the spiritual master, the direct spiritual master, and the husband being a guru?
The husband will not take you back to Godhead. The spiritual master will take both of you to Godhead. The husband is there, yes, to help you facilitate some aspect, because he's there to give you some protection that, yeah, somebody's there, you can need this, you can. And both of you are chanting Hare Krishna. The spiritual master give both of you this to chant, not only one. He didn't give only his birth to the husband. He also gave birth to the wife. Both to chant. So he's monitoring both of you are acting. How is the husband supporting your Christian consciousness? But if you are chanting together, reading together, if you take care of children very nicely, serve the spiritual master also very nicely. You see the spiritual master in your life? Yes. So the husband is facilitated, push you, wake up, let's chant, let's go to temple, let's do this. So we support each other. All right?
Hare Krishna, Shri Gurudev.
Any other question?
Yes, we are having some question in the chat here. First question from Venkatesh Prabhu. He's asking, what if disciple is afraid, morose, of being chastised by the spiritual master for some mistake in service? How can the disciple again gain goodwill of the spiritual master?
So you understand that the spiritual master loves me. The spiritual master cares for me. He is after my success, therefore he is guiding me, chastising me. Is his costless mercy. So you should be happy with that. Should be happy that, oh, I have someone who cares for me. Many people don't have somebody whom they can say, oh, I have someone who loves me, I have someone who cares for me. But here you have somebody who cares for you, who loves you, and it's after your success in life. He's putting his eyes on you, just like a mother taking care of a baby. No, don't go that place. Oh, come here, stay here. Don't meet dangers there. So it for ungrateful person, look like, so more don't do. What is this? That is the love of the mother. That is the love of the parents. That is the love of the spiritual master. Because the same parent who are telling the child, don't do this, the same parent will not tell the adult not to do that. They will ask the adult, you should go ahead and do it. Why? Because he's mature, he's experienced, he has been trained, so he knows what to do. They're not going to do anything which is dangerous for the person. So it's allowed. But because we're children, we need that supervision, we need that care. Not that he will not take care of the big boy. He will do, but he will give more attention to the child. So that is how we should look at it. Not to feel, oh, why you chastise me too much? You chastise me now, laughing at me. And then what? Your taste. If you can take it with the full understanding, if you are a Bonafide disciple, you will appreciate it and consider the mercy and not worry about the unnecessary thing. Then you are on the way. You get help. But if you simply think that, oh, you're always chastising me, when am I going to be free from this? Then you are not a first class disciple, a third class. Right? Next.
Yes, Gurudev. Bhakta George has a question. You can ask your question, Prabhuji.
Please accept my humble obeisances.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. My question has to do with one senior devotee told me that this actually happened in Nigeria, but the senior devotee is a Ghanaian. So when he was in Nigeria, his spiritual master told him not to marry. But looking at how senior devotees are handling women, he preferred to marry. And one of our rules is don't disobey the orders of the spiritual master. So eventually, he went into marriage. So for about a year, his spiritual master was not talking to him. But after a year, the spiritual master realized that the decision took by the disciple is very good. So I want you to relate this. How is it possible that we shouldn't disobey the spiritual master? But in this case, the spiritual master himself came to a realization that the decision that the disciple took rather was the best. So that's my question. All right, my question.
Yes, thank you, George. I make a good question. Like good question. Yes, it is not that the Swiss does not know. He want to also look at the maturity of the disciple. So, and also he has some assignment. He want to recruit more devotees to facilitate that. He will devise many ways to do that, and one of them is to give some opportunity to some devotees to push. But not all of us will be able to take the push. Some will not take it. Those who cannot take it, and I sincerely said, I know that I will not be able to handle this. This is what God is expecting, but I know I'm not there. Let me just take the part which I can fit in and continue to progress nicely in the Christian consciousness. That is wanted. That is very good, very, very important. So when the disciple does that, the Swiss will be very happy. He will not be angry. I told you not to do this, you disobey me. He won't do that. He will not do that. This afternoon, I also read a letter to a disciple. He was advised by his Diksha Guru to remain brahmachari. So he told me, I have examined myself carefully and I've seen that it's better to get married. So what should I do? So I told him you should not be disturbed about that. So you have obeyed that for some years now. So now you can tell him that Gurudev, I think I should I should do that. He will be happy to I don't want to cheat. You're very sincere and you're following that. So it's not a disobedience. It is maturity. So that he will get blessing and they will continue their life in Christian consciousness. In other words, although we have all the rules and the scriptural rules and the regulations and we have dualities, I mean the dualities, our little independence to use our discretion is also there. That is not it's not a fault, and it should be applied. Intelligence that shows our intelligence, the quality of intelligence, our maturity in Christian consciousness. And the Special Master is very happy to have a disciple who is very mature and experienced. Others will run away or go and do some nonsense inside. I cannot be forced me, that is why. But this one is intelligence. So it is good. All right. So we should not look at down. We should not look down on the. Oh, look down on the myself. But it's also make it. Why did you say something?
Okay.
It is all the. It's try whatever can work. So we take it that way. Whatever doesn't go that way, take another way. It's Christian consciousness. We'll keep moving on. All right.
Okay. Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
We have another question from the chat. From Jayesh Prabhu.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisances. How can a disciple know that he has established the connection and always connected with the spiritual master? And how can a disciple know he is practicing Krishna consciousness as per the expectations of the spiritual master?
If we are Everybody knows when you do something good, you feel happy. Everybody knows. You don't need astrologer to come and tell you when you do something good. You naturally feel it. You feel inside. Wouldn't you know? Yeah. And everybody knows when you do something wrong. even if I deny it, but in my mind I know that I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied with it. It's natural. We will know. Similarly, if we are placing the spiritual master, even if there are so many challenges, so many things that they seem we're not happy, inside is happiness. Why? You would never think of giving up Christian consciousness. Never. Whatever happened, you would never think, this is too much, I'm not making advancement. Let me just give up this thing. You would never think like that. It's a sign that they are making advancement. And Krishna is pleased with what we're doing. So the process is very clear, transparent process. You will know. If you are making advancement, you will know that yes, attachment for Krishna is still there, for the spiritual master is there, the devotee is there, devotional service is there. Even the devotee feel that I'm not making advancement, but you never think of giving up. You continue. Even if there are so many facilities to push you away, but you still remain there. Because the advancement is there. One day everything will become fully open. Then the whole world will see that. So it's a very wonderful process. Whatever thing we do here, we see the result. Anything we do, we see the result. A good example, some devotees, they have little problem, they give up the movement, they give up. Someone is there suffering, so many things are doing. The person will never ever think of, what am I doing here? Let me give it up. Never think, that would never come to his or her mind. But someone is little thing, I'm tired of this thing. Why? What is keeping this person and sending other one away? Because advancement is going on. Advancement is going on. Like the cloud is there, the sun has not fully manifested, but everybody know that the sun is there because the darkness is getting faded. So just continue to practice. And you hear regularly, you hear Holy Ghost. And whatever we hear, we should try to practice it. Whatever we hear, we should try to practice. Keep practicing. Even if you didn't succeed, continue to practice. Repeat it again and again. If you want to know something, it is by repetition. Keep repeating. See, by repeating, it is not a month every day. Right? Yeah, one day it will become a reality. We're not going to change it. It will become a reality. So let's keep repeating it. So the Prabhupada did that. One devotee. She's complained to Prabhupada that I didn't understand it. Prabhupada said, repeat it. She repeated. Repeat it. Repeat it. Repeat it again. She repeated. So do you understand? He said, yes, now I get it. Not giving it up, repeating it. The meaning will come out. All right.
Shri Gurudev, there is one last question from YouTube. Aditya Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please forgive me, I am extremely neophyte. How can we realize this is a golden age without having ideal example to follow and to live with others? Fault-finding tendency will not be easy to seize.
How can we see this is a golden age? If you don't chant Hare Krishna for one day, then you see the difference. Don't chant Hare Krishna for one day, you will see the difference. You see how Maya will punch your face so heavily that you will you will cry, you run back, take a beat. Start chanting. Yes. It's a golden age because Chaitanya came here. Other ages, other Kali Yuga, they don't have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it's not a golden age. You will not experience anything but difficulties. So much so that you can't let it happen. But here we have alternative. Keep chanting. If you want to value something, for neophyte, it's when you don't have it, and you can value it. And common people say like that. It's common people. A cow will not the value until you lose the tail. You know, oh, my tail, when my tail was there, I can put up all the all the flies. For now, I'm helpless. I can value.
Hare Krishna, Shri Gurudev. There is one more question from Richa.
Thank you very much.
There is one more question, Shri Gurudev, from Richa Mataji.
Yes.
She is asking why there is so many people fear taking initiation and also approaching a spiritual master, as we know that all bad karmic activities are taken over by our spiritual master. So affection and love for spiritual masters, they don't prefer taking initiation. How can someone motivate himself or herself to take initiative, and what is the main interest of initiation?
Initiation, as the Papa says, is the beginning. Initiate. The beginning. Beginning of what? Our journey back to God. We're beginning our journey back to God. This is the beginning. For someone not taking initiation, there are many reasons for that. Many reasons. Some people are very, very hungry for a witty principle. Therefore, I should not go and punish the spiritual master unnecessarily, because that also will come back to me. That is sincerity. So let me wait and try to adjust myself to come to the level of keeping the principles. Then I can go and take initiation, because we already mentioned proper saying it's not a fashion to take initiation. Someone is very sincere is doing like that. That is very good. And he's working on himself or herself so that he'll be able to keep to the principles and take initiation. That is one thing. Other thing is that some people are not taking initiation because they know themselves that they are not fully convinced in Krishna. They're not fully convinced. They may have different reasons. Or see all these people, so many people are taking initiation, see what they do, they're breaking process, see all of them, see them. I don't want to be like that. You know, spiritual master who had ever giving time like Krishna. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I'm just giving you that formality. Don't worry if you don't keep going. No Bonafide spiritual master will tell you. So if some disciples are, that is their own, but that should not disturb us from. I told some devotees who were on this level, you should take initiation and show those of us who are not keeping the principle. We should take initiation and keep the principle and show those of us who are not, so that we can learn. If you don't do that, I will consider that you're not taking, not because of the people.
Hare Krishna, there seem to be some network issues on Maharaj's side. Jananda Prabhu, you can conclude to.
Madhuri Radha.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev.
From I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Yes, Gurudev.
You're not hearing me?
Yes, Gurudev, we are able to hear you.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
We don't have any other question. You can conclude, Jananda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
There's some connectivity issues on Maharaj's side. You can conclude and we can end the session today.
Okay, Hare Krishna devotees. So since we have some issue with connection, so I think we can end up now. And we thank all the devotees who have participated. And we see forward that we can have the same session, next session on Monday. Till then, we say Hare Krishna to all of you. Next time will be next week will be at the same time. Okay, Hare Krishna. Bhakti Dhira Damodara Maharaj ki.